died without a mother may lose his portion in his father's inheritance. I'm telling you the truth. Stay for your children. Stay for your children. Stay for your children. So the Bible says when Solomon became a king, Solomon was the most inexperienced king in the entire Arabian world, because Absalom was a warrior. In fact, by the skill of Absalom, David ran away in the forest for so many years. The guy was a fighter. But Solomon never fought a war. And to be a king in Israel, you must be a warrior, because Israel as a nation has a lot of sworn enemies. To be a king in Israel, you must be a fighter, particularly when you are the son of David. David that made enemies all around, they were waiting for revenge. So when Solomon became a king in his inexperience, 1 Kings chapter 3 verse number 3, he is giving his beginning a sacrificial approach. The Bible said in the history of Israel, in the history of sacrifice, in the order of the Mosaic law, nobody has done that. He stood there and broke law. My Kenebo Theater. Pastor Samson, let me say something for you. You know, one of the things why God had to move the law is because the law is a limitation. Yes. And that is why when you break the law, you will always be condemned. But when you do by love, there is no limit to what you do for God. Oh, I'll say something here. Oh yes. I will say something here. Some people pay tithe by law. There are people that pay by love. If I don't give it, the pastor will be angry. If I don't give it, they will say, why I don't pay my tithe? You are still within the law. We are talking about people who love God to a point. Whether my pastor notice my tithe or not, it does not bother. I love God so well to pay my tithe. Oh yes. That was why when Jesus came, he summarized the commandment from laws to law. Love the Lord your God. If you do, you won't kill your neighbor. I am not condemning the old commandment, but don't do it by law. Do it by love. And Solomon loved the Lord. Anytime you love the Lord, you will always go beyond the law. And so he gave 1,000 burnt animals. Even God knew that when he was giving man the limit for sacrifice, he gave it 1, 2, 3 animals at most. So when a man came to the place of love, giving his beginning a sacrificial approach, 1,000 animals died. My brother, Solomon committed God from the beginning of his empire till Solomon died. God was committed, sir. No enemy could rise, because God knew the boy does not know how to fight. So all the enemies were turned to supporters and contributors. I'm not talking to anybody here. Ladies and gentlemen, by the virtue of Solomon committing God from his beginning by sacrifice, all the people that fought his father were contributing to Solomon's project of building the temple. Instead of fighting, they were supporting. By committing God, Solomon never had an army, because when you talk of the armies of Israel, for Saul there was Abner as a commander, for David there was Joab, but for Solomon no need of a commander, because he committed God from the beginning. No weapon formed against him prospered. Every tongue that rise were condemned. No enemy could assemble against him. Can I prophesy to somebody here? After today I prophesy. Lepene kwatima kwatasa. Ekorobo ni kwana miyata bila. Erita pekoto minata brasipayata. Leta tatata. What you never saw in the last 10 years, you will see it this year. 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 Somebody's on fire. Somebody's on fire. Somebody's on fire. Somebody's on fire.